bit of a problem with the connection there, so I'm sorry about that. Let's come back to sporting injuries. We'll do it one more time, and then we'll do heart attacks as well. And hopefully that will give you a bit more vocabulary for health. And please, if anybody's wondering where you find these classes, you go to find them on my website, which is Skype, like the platform for speaking to other people on, hyphen, which is just a little dash. It's a little dash on your keyboard, and then lessons.com. And you will find all of these classes, I promise. So this is already the 17th vocabulary class, and each and every class has exercises and vocabulary lists and stories to help you. So please do visit my website if you would like to practice your vocabulary. And there's loads of other stuff on the website as well. So there's adverb collocations, there's adverb position, there are conditionals, there's parallel structure, there's punctuation, and every single day almost every day, I'll be adding stuff to that website. So that website's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So please do go to skype-lessons.com if you would like to see more of these classes. And if you would like to see some of the classes that you missed from last week or the week before, that's where you find them, and they'll always be there. It's very easy to go there and practice without adverts, for free. Okay, so sporting injuries. Football is far more dangerous than people suppose. I love the game, but when I think of all the broken ribs, fractured bones, dislocated shoulders, and torn muscles, I do question how beneficial it is for the health. So broken ribs, your ribs are here, they're on your chest. They protect your heart and your lungs. And if you break one, I imagine it's very painful. So broken bones are when they completely break. Fractured bones are when they just crack. And dislocated bones, you might dislocate your shoulder, it's when they move out of their position, they move out of their place. Torn muscles, it's when the muscle tears. It's very, very painful again. And these are all common injuries in sport. And so players must warm up before the match. Warm up is when you do this. When you do this, it's to make sure all of your muscles have been stretched, so that you are less likely to pull a muscle or to tear a muscle during the match. And pulling a muscle, I said before, I pulled a muscle in my neck once before, and I couldn't sleep because I couldn't take a breath. Every time I took a breath, it hurt so much. There was so much, I was in excruciating agony. And so pulling a muscle can be horrible. And if they get too tired, it's easy to twist an ankle. In football, if you twist an ankle, your ankle is here, right at the bottom here. So if you twist an ankle, it's, again, very painful, and it's hard to walk on that foot. When challenging other players in the air, players' heads often collide with great force. So concussions are also common. So a concussion is when you knock your head so much that your brain it has such a shock that you can have memory problems. You might start forgetting things, or you might even have motor problems. You might even have difficulty moving around or suddenly fall over. And so this would be a symptom of concussion. So you are concussed if you have concussion. We either say you are concussed or you have concussion. Okay, let's keep going. The most common injuries are broken bones, and the most severe injuries could require a leg or arm to be put in plaster. Remember, you put a broken arm in plaster, and it's that hard stuff that goes all over the arm. We have a tradition of signing the plaster. When I was at school and somebody broke their arm or broke their leg, all their other school kids would put their name on the plaster. They would write it in a big pen for some reason. In which case, crutches or even a wheelchair may be necessary. Crutches are those things that help you walk. You've got one under this arm, and they're like two sticks, and they help you walk when you've got your whole leg, when you've broken your leg and it's in plaster, and they help you walk, they help you move around. And a wheelchair, I think it's clear, it's a chair where you push yourself around, you push the wheels around because your legs aren't able to function. Okay, we'll go on to heart attack now. Doubling over. This is a great phrasal verb. Double up and keel over are two synonyms. So double up, double over, keel over. This means to bend over. in pain or in laughter. Yeah, there's two ways you can use double over. You can double over in stitches, which would mean double over in fits of laughter. Yeah, you can double over in fits of laughter. You can double over in stitches, and not stitches like, well, spelt the same as stitches when you have a really gaping wound. Do you remember when you have a gaping wound, you need stitches? But if you double over in stitches, that means you're laughing. You're in fits of laughter. So there's some interesting vocab here. Yeah, to double over in stitches means to double over in fits of laughter. Yeah. And so that's perhaps not what you would expect it to mean. It might look like it means something completely different. So double over means bend over either in pain or in laughter. Yeah, and it literally is bend over when you do that. But when you keel over or double over in excruciating agony, double up in excruciating agony, you are clutching your chest very often, and it's because there's a sharp pain in your heart, and so it's a very serious symptom, and you need to get it looked at. You need to get it you need to go to a doctor immediately. So doubling over in excruciating agony, the poor man felt a sharp pain in his chest, yeah, probably in the heart. This was accompanied by a shortness of breath, yeah, when you're not able to breathe, when you're trying to catch your breath because you just feel like you can't get enough oxygen. Yeah, that's what a shortness of breath means. It means you feel like you can't get enough oxygen. And a persistent rasping cough. So a persistent cough is one that never stops. It keeps going. It's constant. It feels permanent. And rasping sounds like it's rasping. It's really throaty kind of cough, right from the throat. It's rasping. I think smokers very often have a rasping cough, and it's because they've got a raspy voice. They've damaged their throat. Okay, the more out of breath that he felt, the lighter he felt in the head, and an overwhelming sense of anxiety came over him. Okay, so if you are out of breath, you are short of breath. Yeah, I mean, you're out of breath when you've run really long. We normally say you're short of breath if you've got some kind of medical problem, but out of breath is very often used for sport. If you've run around everywhere, then of course you're out of breath. You're like, that's out of breath. And lighter in the head, it means you've not got much oxygen going to the head, not much blood going to the head, so you're feeling dizzy. Yeah, you're feeling dizzy then because of the lack of blood or of oxygen in the blood going to the brain. So you feel light in the head, and an overwhelming sense of anxiety came over him. Notice that overwhelm and came over. We talk about emotions and feelings overwhelming people. And for the same reason, we talk about emotions and feelings, something came over me. We often say, I don't know what came over me. And we say it when we get carried away by some emotion, maybe anger, maybe fear, maybe jealousy, maybe rage. Yeah, all of these emotions can overwhelm a person. And when that happens and, you think, oh, how on earth did I let that emotion overwhelm me? We say, I don't know what came over me. I don't know how I let something take over my normal, rational self. And so emotions and feelings can come over you, meaning that it takes over your sense of it takes over your person, it takes over your soul. Yeah, and you become incredibly anxious. He reached out to the phone to call for an ambulance. Yeah, you call for an ambulance just like you call for the police, but passed out. Yeah, passed out is like blacked out. Yeah, passed out, blacked out, fell unconscious is the more formal medical way of referring to it, but fainting as well. He fainted. We got a lot of words for lose consciousness, yeah, fall unconscious. And all of these phrasal verbs, guys, pass out, black out, they're all in my visual phrasal verbs book. So do consider getting that book if you'd like to have a little bit more practice. Now, I think we can save a stroke and a lump for next time, because that's already quite a lot of medical vocabulary. Let's put it back up. That's already quite a lot of medical vocabulary for today. And I think if you keep coming, well, keep an eye out, maybe Click on the notifications bell if you want to make sure you are coming to the live class. You can do that on YouTube. Yeah, you can click on the notifications bell. I've never done it myself, but if you're desperate to come to these live classes, that's what you do. Otherwise, you just come and see them on my website, skype-lessons.com. There is no difference whatsoever between faint and pass out. But please always never take my word for anything. Check it in the dictionary. See what it says. See what pass out says. See what faint says. And what you'll notice is they're synonyms. They are. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. Keep using dictionaries. Dictionaries are a good thing. I use them every day. They're fantastic. Keep reading. Keep listening to English. Keep watching your favorite TV shows, because that really is the best way to improve your listening and speaking especially. And keep studying grammar, because that's an excellent way to work on how you deliver your sentences, yeah, how you put across your ideas. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. Please come to the website. Don't like and subscribe on YouTube. You come to the website. That's how you subscribe to Mr. Skype Lessons. You just come to skype-lessons.com as regularly as possible. Okay, thanks everybody for watching.